Welcome back to the Guillens world. We got myself, Ozzie Guillen Jr., and One Guillen rocking his Lamont shirt down in spring break, coaching high school. We got former World Series manager and NBC superstar pre- and post-game show, Ozzie Guillen, smoking a cigar in beautiful Miami. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. We're having fun. I'm missing your kids. I'm not missing you, but I'm missing your kids.
I'm glad you're not missing me because I am just here working and living life. But you guys have to give you guys an update. So this is actually our 101 show together in English. When you do the math, how many shows we did in our previous location with Being Guillen at La Vida Baseball, and now with this new venture that we have in Guillen's world, we've technically been on a live show 101 times. So congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for everything. I think you're the man of this group to make everything happen, and we very appreciate it.
I just know a little bit more of technical stuff, but okay. So here we go. Let's get right into it. I don't know if you guys watch the Oscars. Okay, we come from a family of like respect. I'm not gonna lie. I was highly shocked. But obviously everyone knows what we're talking about. The slap tour around the world. And Lenny Dystruck today, so bringing it back to the baseball world, Lenny Dystruck said they asked him if he could slap anybody on the Mets, who would it be? And then he mentioned a former teammate of his.
Well, who?
He mentioned he's in the booth.
Keith Hernandez?
No, the other one. I just went blank. Ron Darling.
Everybody would.
He said I would slap Ron Darling in the face if I had a chance to.
Everybody would want to slap Ron Darling once in a while.
So I want to say
even if you didn't watch the Oscars, that's how impactful this was. I mean, there's literally this is the eighth wonder of the world. The memes that are going around, I totally understand both points. I think Will Smith kind of overreacted a little bit, and it sucks that no one's talking about him winning the Oscar, which is an unbelievable achievement. They're all talking about how he slapped Chris Rock. I will say this, is that Chris Rock, to be able to keep your composure and not lose it.
Lose what?
Like he kept his composure after
He's
getting
a soft
smacked.
dude. What are you going to do? You got smacked. That's why he smacked him.
I bet you if that was The Rock hosting the Oscars, Will Smith is not rushing that stage.
No, he knew. He
said, I could punk this guy.
I can punk this guy. And obviously Chris Rock did it. And I wanted to bring it back to the world of baseball, okay? Because obviously...
Wait. Before we continue...
No, Ozzie. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question, okay? This is very public, okay? And people are acting like famous people don't get into altercations, okay? I've seen coaches fight players, fight people in front office. Like, I've seen a lot of things happen in the game of baseball, okay? In my years of being around the game. And people fight, people get mad, get testy. I've seen wives go at it. You know?
I can name some people.
No, you're not going to name anybody, but I'm saying this. So I'm saying in the world of how common is for a teammate to slap another teammate in a season, in your 20 years of big league baseball, how often do altercations happen in baseball that we don't know about?
Every day, bro. Every day. I think
every day somebody gets smacked.
No, but they want to do it. Yes.
Okay.
They want to do it. Yes. Every day somebody walk to the clubhouse and they want to smack somebody. Yes, there's no doubt about it. You know what? Because the religion, the color, the comments, they disagree. There's so many things. Remember, clubhouse people are the human beings. All right? If anybody talk about my wife the way that happened, I might react the same way. The way they did, I'm not so smart to have an opinion about what happened in the Oscar. Why? Because Will Smith did a tremendous job doing the Serena's Williams family movie. Okay, and people don't talk about that.
Well, yeah, because he smacked the crap out of the guy.
People talk about what happened in that situation, and that's sad. That's sad. The first
I don't
Oscar
agree
this
there.
man wins.
He smacked another human being on live.
No.
I'm just saying though.
He hit the shit out of him.
We actually watched that movie as a family, so that's why I was like, it was one of the only movies that I actually seen on the Oscars. And again, it brought me back to baseball being around. I guess there's been an animosity among them. You know, there's been things being said, done.
I see two wives. I don't see it. My wife see it. Your mom. Two wives in Anaheim. Crap by the choice. Yeah. I'm not going to say the one thing.
But it happens though. And again, it happens because I think that you get so testy. And this is where I'm going to go to my next topic before we get into the machine, since we're going into this topic right now. So I know you guys are out of town, but today was probably one of the wildest Twitter days in White Sox history, because Tony made a comment basically saying that we have solutions internally. Anyone that thinks that we need to go get somebody outside is not a White Sox fan. It's basically a dumb White Sox fan. So fans obviously I don't think like him already as it is, so they got on him. Fans were making comments about, they were pretending like, so all this happened because Andrew Vaughn got hurt on a diving play. Mind you, Andrew Vaughn played 100+ games in the outfield. They made it seem like he was like actually out there like catching, that he has never done it before. People were like dramatic, and he only got like, it's like a bruised hip. He's back in a week, but people were panicking like Tim Anderson had gone down, and it really showed the tension that this team has right now. That something so little happened, and it just set off like a repercussion of things happening.
I will say this is that the more the season approaches to opening day, the more I realize how much pressure Tony's under and the franchise is under. Why? Because they're taking a risk, and they are in their right to take that risk because they have decided to entrust their at-bats with their guys. What do I mean by their guys? I mean Andrew Vaughn. I mean Gavin Sheets. They're saying, we don't want to spend the money on getting a right fielder. We want to get the at-bats to these two guys. Fans are not happy because they wish they could have someone like Michael Conforto or someone that they would have gotten in the free agent market. What do I mean by that? They have pressure is that they know that they have to win this year. And by I mean win this year is everyone expects them to get in the playoffs, A, because they're probably the best team in the division, and 12 teams get in. But their season kind of felt they have a sour taste in their mouth because of the way they exited. It was very not impressive. So they know that this year, Abreu's a year older, the clock's ticking on them, Giolito's going to have one more year deal. They know that this is our time, or else I feel like the window for the White Sox is very, very closed after this season. So they have to go for it in layman's terms, but we'll see if it works out for them. Because if Andrew Vaughn and Gavin Sheets go out there and they don't perform, that is not going to be a good, because Sox fans are very, very vocal, whether it be on Twitter, whether it be on radio, or people watching our show, and they're going to be within their rights to criticize the front office because they invested money in parts that fans would not agree with. Vince Velasquez, a couple days ago, he might not even make the team. That's how bad he looked. They really invested a lot of money in their bullpen because that's how they addressed it. So we'll see. It is a lot of pressure for someone like Gavin Sheets and Andrew Vaughn, who have not had a full MLB season. Me personally, before I give it to Ozzie, I hate platoon jobs. That I don't like it. Never works. Those spots, you want to run out there. The only thing you could change in the lineup, maybe a couple order spots. But if you have to platoon guys, or like, oh, I'm giving this guy 2 days here and I'm going to give him 2 days here, you do not have a good team. You do not have a playoff team. You want to pencil in a guy 150 times in one position in the same spot. Make your job easier, Tony. he's probably lying and say to the press, like, we have internal options, because he can't say, oh, we got to go get this guy.
Well, here's the part, though. He does have internal options. They're just not Nick Castellano. That's the other part. Like, you can always play whoever.
Platooning, good teams that usually win World Series, they're not platooning guys.
I have a question. Okay, the year the Saints Albert Bell, people thought that would be the solution. It wasn't. To me, they got the opportunity to make those guys play. That's the roles going to be. White Sox got a lot of option to DH, first base, depending who's the guy's pitching, who's the guy's not pitching. I think the problem to me is not the White Sox don't have any problem at all, offensively, at all. My question is, people worry about who's going to play, who's going to hit. Okay, if we worry about the guys going to hit batting 8, batting 9, you worry about them, you have problems. Okay. To me, the question mark is going to be how the starting pitcher, the starting rotation, is going to show up. How they're going to pitch. Who's going to pitch? Because you can have the best. They did it last year. They got unbelievable bullpen. Now, if they, this way I look at it, if they really went very deep in the bullpen, it's just because they not believe the standing rotation going to last 6 innings, 7 innings, everyone. And they have to have very careful about that. Why? Because last year we went out and good rotation, or bullpen, look at what it did, but the bullpen was dead in the end of the season.
Yeah, but if you think for 1 second that the fact that, I'm just doing an example, that Dylan Cease was filthy and had 5 strikeouts in 2 innings, nobody cares.
That's what I say.
But here's the part, though. So the thing that worries me now when I look at this, okay, is that this team was constructed in a very awkward, peculiar way, okay? Andrew Vaughn and Andrew Sheets are first basemen. Why do I say that? They played first base in college. You usually play your best position in college, okay? They made them first basemen for a reason. So you got 2 first basemen that they're only on the roster playing another position that's not first base because you signed Jose Abreu. So here's a question. This is Jose Abreu's last year, theoretically, because you're not going to bring him back next year with 2 first basemen clogging up this is like a Jim Thome. I mean,
that would be the smart thing to do.
No, correct. But you don't know what's going to happen. So you have a clog between Eloy. They don't want Eloy in left. They think he's a DH. They think Andrew's a DH. They think Vaughn's a DH. They think Sheets is a DH. They think
Abreu's a DH.
They think Abreu's a DH. They think Grandal's going to be the DH certain days. So that whole DH situation thing there is very concerning. There's 2 things they're not worried about. The White Sox defense is not very good. Okay?
No.
They're not very good defensively. So now you have a Gold Glover in center field. Okay? And I think he should already get the Gold Glove because he's got Eloy in left. Okay? And then he doesn't even know he's going to be in right. The Gold Glove's already his to lose. Okay? I think right now in right field, they need to stop worrying about how many home runs that guy's going to hit and just put somebody out that's going to catch the ball. The Adolfo kid, just put him there. Let's see, because they built this offense and being amazing, yet they're worried about who's going to be the guy in right field. Because obviously they're still worried about a bat. Because if you're not, you just don't worry about that. The second part that's interesting is, I think even with Dylan Cease and those guys, they're asking those guys to take a huge step. Because their years last year were average. They were just not.
They had to.
No, I'm saying no, but they don't, like, the jump that they have to make. So this is what has to happen. Not only do they have to make a jump, Lance Lynn, okay, who no one talks about, has not thrown the ball well since the All-Star break. Okay?
Correct.
He has not pitched well. He's still barking and, doing his thing and but he has not pitched well. So not only do you have Lance Lynn that you have to let him keep being as good as he was and not digress, you're hoping Keiko stays the same. And here's the thing. Rodon wasn't really replaced. Okay? Because when you look at Kopech's numbers, if you pitch him every day, even if you pitch him 5 innings, he's at 140 innings in September. So that means in October. So my concern is this. These guys are going into a pennant race with a lot of arms that have never been tested in a pennant race run. Meaning they're jumping from like 140 innings. When you're in a pennant race, I was looking at the averages. Starters are going like 210, 198, 175. The numbers get up there, man. When you start pitching deep, and it's not the first, it's not like they were eliminated in the first game series. This pitching has to take you.
And that's barring any injury.
This is a part though, and that goes back to this. Andrew Vaughn loved the guy to death. I was more worried about him career-wise than I don't think that he's going to make or break this team winning the World Series. But everyone was panicking, freaking out, like if Tim Anderson had gone down. Tim Anderson goes down tomorrow, like Ozzie did in '92. Pack it in. I'm betting the Twins. I'm literally going to the sports book. El Adivino put his hat on. I'm taking the Twins. Okay, and the Twins are making moves. Okay, the Twins are making moves, and I'm saying this right now because I was guilty of it. Okay, when Ozzie was the manager and we were on the stadium every day, when we signed Adam Dunn, okay, and White Sox marketing came out and said win or die trying, I literally said, how cool is the party going to be when we're in the World Series again? I grabbed the trophy.
You think it's that easy?
This is the thing. I'm feeling the Piranhas in Minnesota coming back. They're cooking some mojo. I'm looking at the team on paper and I'm getting flashbacks of 2004.
And remember this. It's not only what Carlos Correa brings on the field. This guy is a proven winner, and he's going to change that culture around in Minnesota.
I think there's a lot more things to be worried about because this is the other thing. Let's say they do get in the division, but they don't have the best record. They have to play that weird 3 games at home versus somebody. So it went from like, oh my God, we're in the playoffs. Let's just set our rotation for the championship to like, I'm really hitting. Again, I'm not a diehard White Sox fan. I'm a baseball fan, but I'm hitting the panic button. And when we're doing the list of teams, offensive teams, man, teams got really, really good across the board in the American League. Okay, those teams got good. Like Anaheim got better, the Twins got better, Detroit got better, the Rangers got better. Like the only teams that didn't improve were like the Orioles. So that means that your competition, your head-to-head, didn't get worse. They all got better.
Meaning that every series that you go to,
it's going to be a little bit more meaningful.
It's going to be like, oh, we have to come and play.
The part that I'm worried about. They're going into the American League Central. What's up, Ozzie?
Last year, they know they're going to run with the division. This year is a question mark. To me, this year is going to be more important. Why? Because they're going to compete against a great division, a good division. I'm not going to say great, better division, and I think it's going to be better for the White Sox. They go out to win 2 out of 3 every time they go against that division.
Yeah,
every time we thought, okay, they're going to win 2 out of 3 every time they go because they was way better than anybody. Now it's going to be a different scenario, way different scenario. What they're going to face. Okay, to me, the key, and nobody mentioned that, is going to be the White Sox starters. Is the White Sox starters do what they're supposed to do, what they're supposed to do on papers with the bullpen they have? Wow.
So the bullpen on paper is amazing. So like for you, you're saying right now, for you, if you were
last year they were the same way.
But if you were a manager right now, what's keeping you awake is not the right field, it's not anything else. Right now, for you, if you were the manager, obviously now you only worry about Adela and Oso and your team and your team on NBC, and maybe Mianoni sometimes, and then Eby's kind of sometimes too. But you would be worried about your pitching staff. That's what would be your main concern.
Yes, I will worry about, because the best arm they have is Dylan Cease. They don't know what they're gonna get. They don't know. But when you worry about, when you make your bullpen stronger, I always say the last few years, the team had the best bullpen, it had the best chance. They did it last year. But what happened? Last year, the starting rotation don't put the innings, and then they don't go to the way they should be, and everything, the bullpen got hurt, the bullpen was overused. Totally don't know what to do with the bullpen because that guy pitched 2 innings, 3 innings. It's not easy when you manage him. And you go say, okay, when you make the line all of a sudden, any pitcher, starting rotation, last 2 innings, boom, bullpen. All the song, the next guy in like 3 innings. Now you have to cover up so many innings. You know, I remember there's gonna be so many double headers. So many double headers. If the starting rotation don't go the way they should go, now double headers in 9 innings. That can affect the White Sox. They're gonna score runs, but I worry about the lineup because, well, besides Grandal, this guy can do so many different things, and everybody else is a home run, strike out, home run, strike out. They know how they gotta start thinking about run a little bit more. I don't think Tony Russo got the hit run team he like to have. This best team they have to have. I know how the best defense thing they're gonna have. That's why I think the starting rotation is gonna be a big mark for the White Sox if they want to compete in any division, in anything all the way to the end, because that happened in the past. That happened last year where we thought, wow, what a team. Last year they played where a lot of people got hurt, and the people replaced them. They did a tremendous job, but they cannot say, oh, that's going to happen this year. If somebody in the White Sox going down, it's going to be a little problem.
Well, yeah, the last 2 years they've really fallen out of the playoff race in not having good showings. Oakland was a debacle that they expect. You remember that what happened out there, the crochet, and then they take him out, and then the Houston series. That wasn't even a series.
They got wolfed.
They weren't even in the. They were in one game, and because if they would have played better, you say, hey, we're a lot closer than we think.
Yeah.
Think about this. It's basically the same team from last year without Rodon, who was one of their best pitchers last year. You add Kopech. Rodon was one of the best pitchers last year. You add Kopech, a couple bullpen arms, and you're throwing in Sheets and Vaughn more into the mix. It's basically the same team.
By the way, I'm not as scared about to play Sheets. Nobody even talk about what's the white hole Angle. Nobody even talk about.
He's a fourth outfielder.
But can't hit.
I know.
He can hit. He'd be the right fielder.
What? Okay, if you think this kid making a very good improve from one year to another, he got hurt. Then you always believe that guy going to bounce back.
No, if Adam Engel's getting a lot of at bats, that is not a good sign for the team.
Depending what kind of at bats he have.
Depending on good at bats, because he plays how he did 2 years ago.
Okay, listen. If we need it outfield, if they need it, I say we because I'm do their game every time.
You can say we. You won a World Series with them. You can say we.
Okay. By the way, you can put Leury in right field and screw everyone out. Leury had to be in the lineup. Now they have Harris. Okay, if you have Harris in my play every day, the question mark is how Harris is going to play for the White Sox all year long.
He's 36. He's getting up there in his age.
Well, I got released at 36. That's why
you didn't play me at 36, though.
Nowadays, when you're 22, you're old.
Well, I'm just saying though, like his performance of playing every day again. Okay, we're not trying to win games. We're trying to win. They're trying to win the World Series. There's a big difference.
That's a big difference, bro. They're gonna compete. You gotta take one day at a time. My problem is with the White Sox marketing department, oh, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. We're a great team. World Series or nothing. Rick Ham said last year, World Series or nothing. Why? You never know what's gonna happen. A couple of guys, they have to stay healthy. That's the number one
thing. Everyone's got to stay healthy.
But question mark is nobody talking about the starting rotation. Lopez, he might be the biggest figure in that starting rotation. Nobody even talk about that kid. But I'm not.
Reynaldo Lopez is still on the White Sox.
Yes, he will become on. So let's, again, enough White Sox. I want to get your takes real quick. St. Louis, Albert Pujols returns, going to be the DH, probably facing mostly lefties. Him and Yadi are back together. It's a division they can take. The Cardinals got their guy back. The
I love
biggest
it.
fact.
It's
I love
great.
it. You know what? It's funny because when you have a Hall of Famer around you, can be a DH, I think that's the best move when they had the agreement.
The universal DH.
Universal DH, I think it helped a lot of ball clubs, But we have to wait to see how many games it can get you. But when you go back to your roots and people expect a lot from you, and you don't have what people expect, that's a question mark. But when this man is in the lineup, is at the plate, you expect a lot of things from him happening. He going to play every day? I don't think so. I don't think they have a great lineup. You look at people around him, it was better than it was with California Angels the last couple of years. He got Ohtani, the center fielder got hurt.
Trout.
Then
I
got hurt.
don't think they're bringing him to do anything. I think he's there as like a moral support. He's going to get at bats.
I mean, remember, this team made the playoffs last year without him. And this team already has Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, Yadier Molina. They're not going to.
Let me ask you a question. If St. Louis Cardinals think because they bring Pujols to the lineup, they're going to win, they had more potential, I don't think we're going to see how that works because you never know how that going to work.
I also don't think that they're going to give almost $3 million to somebody that they're never going to play. He's going to play.
He's going to play against lefties, though. Again, the numbers are going to be old Pujols, and that's what we're talking about. When the White Sox are talking about signing a right fielder, are you going to give Conforto $20 million to hit you 3 more home runs than Andrew Vaughn? Like, people are like, there's like Nick Castellanos up here, and then Conforto's like, it's a Benz or like a Mazda or like a...
Well, you know what, Ozzie? I spent all my life with the White Sox organization, White Sox fan. They love names. You can bring people in a wheelchair.
By the way, though, but they love names, but they never, because they've never brought anyone ever, like mostly in their prime. They've always passed their prime.
To me, yes, but to me, having Sheets, Vaughn, and the White Hope in the lineup playing the outfield, you feel comfortable. But I will feel comfortable. As a manager, I feel comfortable.
You think you could win some games? So
yes. You know why? Because I'm not going to count on those guys to have career year. They might have. She's improved there. Vaughn, I love Vaughn. I think this kid is going to be a special. If this kid stay healthy, I think he got a chance to be healthy. Remember, Vaughn, she's going to play at a position. And people forgot, baseball now is all about offense. You're not going to win pennant race with offense. You win pennant race, good pitching, and good defense behind you. You're not a good pitcher, at least you got good defense behind you. That's why one of the biggest reasons the Atlanta Braves got a great pitching staff, but they have the best center fielder I ever seen in my life, Andrew Jones. And that helped. Well, let me know. I played with Atlanta Braves in their prime time. Obviously, last year they win the World Series, great. But to me, do not win without defense. One mistake they make, it costs another inning, it costs another starter, it costs another guy throw a couple more pitchers. It should be ready for the next day. It can't be because somebody make a mistake on the field. People forgot about defense. To me, I will feel comfortable myself. I will feel comfortable. Have Vaughn, Sheets in the lineup. You can say platooning player, yes. But if you worry about what those guys can do, what the number is going to be, now you're in trouble. Why? Because I think the White Sox got a strong lineup, very strong lineup to survive and to be good with those guys in the lineup.
Well, I'm going to give you an update, Mr. Guillen. If you think your defense is going to be good, you guys are missing the World Series. Your defense is average at best. Other than Pantera and Moncada, everyone else is average.
Hey, 1,000% agree with you. This is what I'm saying. You're not going to win without defense.
Your defense is mediocre at best.
By the way, we're talking about Tim Anderson played the shortstop he played last year.
Average. He was average. He was not. Okay. You're not bringing a Gold Glover.
Yeah, but before it was below average.
Well, before he was below average. Before he was anyone playing the position.
I believe they're going to do better. They're not going to win that many games they do because the division got stronger. But I think the manager now he know exactly what he has, how they're going to play. It's up to Tony La Russa. Code this. It's up to Tony La Russa how they're going to use the play because now we're not going to have the excuse. I don't know the guys, the coaching staff. Now we know what everybody can do or cannot do. And I think if the White Sox worry about the right field, when they have people there, they're not a superstars. They're not playing, but I think those kids can hold that position very well. With bad defense, they're going to be. I think the White Sox, the soon they take the lead, you're going to see a better defensive player there. The funny thing about it is how Harris going to play second base, he going to resolve that problem. That's one thing I'm worried about it. Who going to replace him? How you going to replace Garcia? Garcia is the best player or the guy who played the most for the White Sox everywhere. Is you going to continue to play him everywhere or you say, you know what, you're going to be my right fielder? To me, right now, if I made the lineup, Garcia is going to be.
Okay, don't tell him to make the lineup now. We'll save that for another show. We got like 2 minutes left on our time. So real quick, when we wrap up, is it a jinx for David Roberts to say that they were going to win the World Series?
Absolutely.
Yes. You know why? But that's the manager's job. What do you think the manager?
Oh God, no, it's not the manager's job. The manager's job is not. to tell you you're going to win the World Series.
No, hold on.
Dave Roberts has no.
You think it's spring training? You think it's spring training? You guys think it's spring training? The manager's going to say with that ball club he has. He's going to say, we're going to.
Oh, he should say we're going to go for it. You shouldn't say we are winning the World Series.
Yeah, you say
that's a jinx.
You say we hope we're healthy. We think we can compete with anybody, and I expect us to be there in the playoffs.
Yeah. You don't say you're going to win it. That was almost as bad. That was almost as bad as the Mets celebrating last year how to win.
Papi, hold on. That's a good way to
get jinxed.
Baseball now. To baseball now. No, baseball now is a world. That'd be nice. The guy said, "Yeah, you know what? This man is old school guy." He said, "Yes, write it off." When the players hear that, now they have a responsibility. They know they can win it. They know they have the good ball club. They know they spend a lot of money in that ball club to win it. And I know we will criticize Robert to make that comment because
it never worked for Big. It never worked for Big D. It never worked for Lou Piniella. It never worked for.
I don't want that guy. I'm the general manager, the owner. Here, my manager. Well, I said, wait a minute. We spend money.
We'll finish with that one. I guess we had to go deeper. It was supposed to be a quick hit, but thank you guys for joining the show. Follow us on this channel, Guillens World. I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you.
Before it hits the front